Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have done the calculations in the box below and determined you are a power year number 5, then you have come to the right place. Now, 5s, you only have to calculate that number once for the year of 2020. Every month your number changes, and that's where I come in. You are in the month of 7 for the month of February. Now let's discuss the numbers, and just to remind you and reacquaint you with them and what they mean. The year of 5 is a year of change for you. And if you choose to make changes, that's part of it. And you may come into some stumbling blocks that force you to change because the universe is trying to teach you lessons or change the course of your life. It's a year where you might feel like, I want to change my look, I want to change my hair, I want to change my residence, I want to change this or the other thing. 5 is also, a year that you might write or publish something. It's a year of communication. It's a year of adventure where some spontaneous trips might arise, or you might plan trips because you're really, really in the mood for change and adventure of some kind. The month of 7 is more of a month of, let me kind of just sit back and wait. Let me see what happens here. Let me see how it goes, and not making too much of a reaction to things. And so with those numbers in mind, let's pull cards for business, let's pull cards for romance, and then let's pull cards for any question that you might have. And let's see between numbers and cards and my clairvoyance, just what kind of answers we can get. So let's pull cards now for those of you 5s who are looking for, not looking for a job, who have a job. You are employed. How are things going to go at work? So it looks to me like there's been some kind of conflict or rocky road in your past at the workplace. Now, I do want to mention to you that this may be real, or it may be a perception you have in your mind that you think maybe this person doesn't like you, or these people have excluded you from something, or someone thinks they're better than you, and you're in, and the suggestion is to keep that opinion to yourself, and do indeed keep that low key, because I feel like for this month of 7, the advice is you look better supporting people than talking about them. And someone either does get a better deal than you, gets the raise, gets the project, gets the promotion, or they've already had it and you're coming into this month of February, but you will look much better all the way around, just minding your own business and being as positive as you can be, and keeping your thoughts to yourself. The real feeling that I get when you think of this person or situation, I feel like it's very odd that I'm feeling this with these cards that are in front of me, but I do. I feel like 5s that the situation at hand or person could be moving away from you in some way, out of your area, out of your picture, so that it's not going to be forever for some reason. And so if you can suck it up a little bit, I think it's going to serve you very, very well at the workplace. So just be accepting of disappointment if it's already happened. Accepting of disappointment if it is happening, because this isn't the month for you to tell somebody off. It's not in your best interest. Now let's take a look at people who are power year number 5s who are looking for that job. And I feel like right off, oh, wow. Okay. Now, this is unusual, and I'll tell you why. Because fives, the card that's in the here and now is school, training, waiting. It's when things you're learning whether you're learning at a place, or you're learning the art of patience. Something is taking a while, something is taking time, and you're being asked to have faith. And these cards you are surrounded by sensational cards. So if it's taking a while to find that job, it's taking a while to find the right job for you, or you're getting that certification that you didn't want to get, but someone recommended that you did, and it really is for your best interest. So again, in this month of 7 in February, button it, because you are backed by somebody has given you a wonderful reference, or you have made a wonderful connection, and you're coming to a very powerful, knowledgeable boss of some kind, leader, someone in charge, and you are flanked by these people while you're bettering yourself, or you know what I mean if it applies to you. So keep doing what you're doing, because you are headed for something very positive in the way of job. You're in the month of February, which is a 7. Now your March is going to be 8, which is going to be a financially very potentially lucrative month for you. So between February and March, I feel like everything is on your side for a job to work out for you, those who are looking. And that includes, as I'm going to pull the cards up, we're going to move to romance, but I just want to say, for those of you who are maybe looking to change jobs, all of these words that I'm giving are applicable to you too. So maybe you've been stuck somewhere, and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting for something good to happen. And it's coming. It looks as though it's coming. It looks really good for many of you. I'm going to pull cards now on romance. Okay, fives? So let's take a look at, for fives who are in a relationship, fives who are presently in a romantic relationship. You're keeping the faith there. Okay, fives, so I'm going to have to touch these cards to see where we're going here, because where I find you is 5. I feel like I find you in some kind of state of confusion, or pausing, or stalling, and you're just not sure what's going to happen. But the Wheel of Fortune card tends to lend itself to positive. It tends to lend itself to a positive outcome of some kind. And the card that's coming into being is a card that gives you options. Now, these cards and my words, I feel like, are lending themselves a lot to work rather than a relationship. But because I don't know all of your specific situations, I have to keep it a little bit more general. If I knew specifically your situation, it would be different. But they're very nice cards, and it just shows that you're coming from a rough place, a place of maybe disappointment within the relationship, something that's been concerning you. And maybe this person has been perfect, but what concerns you are past experiences, and you're thinking, God, I don't want more of the same. And the Wheel of Fortune card, which is in the here and now for you, is really saying that you're not meant to have more negative of the same. You're actually meant to have more positive things, and things should be falling kind of out of the sky and right into your lap, and suddenly this works out and this works out and this works out. And that's what I have coming into your life as far as your relationship goes. I'm going to leave that at that because I like the picture in my mind and I don't want to scramble it. Now I'm going to shuffle these cards for people, for fives who are looking for a relationship, looking for that relationship. And again, you're in this year of things changing and things moving around on you. You're looking for that relationship. And, you know, it's interesting because both of these readings seem to have a tainted you, a broken heart, something on your mind that you feel, well, it's just not going to work out. Is it ever going to work out for me? And it seems to be going across this melancholic mood, going right across all of your cards when it comes to romance. And so you're in this year of 5, which, yes, that is fluctuation. And it's in this month of 7 for you in February, which, yes, is a month of not a lot of action, but there's a lot of listening, watching, observing, feeling. And that's where I find you. And I'm finding that I feel like when it comes to looking for a new love, something is not going to be all what it seems to be. So you feel like you're getting back on your feet and you feel like you're doing well, or maybe this person that you've just met is, really neat or cool or whatever. And then I have you with this tremendous fear of loss. It's like you get whacked and you might overreact to it. Here we go again. You say, that's right. There I go. And of course, it didn't work out for me. And I want to mention to you, and some of you might think this is mumbo jumbo, and some of you might be able to work with it, because I know I do. I find this fascinating, what I'm going to say, and it ain't my idea. What I'm going to say is that the universe only hears yes. So if you're complaining in your mind, say you're me and you're complaining in your mind about, why is there a mess over here? Oh, I just cleaned this. Why did somebody leave it like this? And why, oh my gosh, the dog has to go out again, and it's raining, and then she's going to get all wet, and oh my goodness, now I have nothing to, make for dinner. I'm just making things up here. Now I have to go out into the rain and go there. The universe only hears yes, and it will give me more of that. So it will make it rain more in my life, or make the weather crummy. It will make the messes keep on appearing, because the universe is receiving this information as, well, if she's talking about it, she must love it. If she keeps going over it, she must really love it. So the why me victimhood of, of course she's got a girlfriend, or of course this, or of course that. What I'm trying to say is that the universe is going to take that as you want more of the same. Now, where you're coming from, fives, if you're looking for love, where you're coming from is a place where you were just getting back on your feet, or you were just thinking, oh, I lost a few pounds, or you were just liking your hair, it's growing in. And so you were on that roll with the universe of being more positive and thinking about more things that you were grateful for. And so the universe was starting to reward you with those things, because that's what it was hearing. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. Oh, they must like that. I'll give them more. And then as soon as something starts to go wrong, and if you fall back into victim mode, the universe hears, oh, they like to be a victim. Well, we'll give them more of that. All right, there's your metaphysical lesson for the day. And I don't want to go on and on about it, but you get the point. Okay, so it's a slow month for you, and it's a month to kind of watch and see what happens in this month of 7. Now, let's take a look at what is the best that our 5s can expect from any situation, any question that you have in this month of 7, in this month of February. You can ask again about love. You can ask about business. You can ask about finances, health. You can ask about a relationship with a friend that you have. Anything that you want. Just take my words, tweak them to your situation, and just don't change the outcome. Wow. Wow. Holy moly, what a story here. Now, it's very specifically about relationships, which could be love or could be, or not. It could be a relationship that you and your loved one have with somebody else, but it does seem to be a lot about mixed signals here. And I feel like you may have recently gotten patched up things with someone, or gotten back on track at work again, which is a similar thing to what we just got in the love reading. It's like you're feeling good, you're doing fine, you're feeling better, and then there is the potential for, this is my Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde card, there's the potential for getting mixed signals. And once again, it's about not putting all your eggs in one basket and being open to either you accept it for what it is, or and you say, well, okay, I'm going to try to work with this, or maybe you can't. But in this month of February, it's not the month for you to say, I don't like this, and this, and so I'm going to change it, or I'm going to leave. It's just not. And I'm thinking, well, you can apply that right now if you're asking about a relationship at work, if you're asking about a relationship, a friendship, or a lover. But what if you're talking about, finance? Or what if you're talking about health? And my suggestion here from the cards and the numbers would be, is that again, February isn't the month to make a big decision based on perceptions. Get your facts straight until you get to, you're going to be going into, let's see, 8 for March and 9 for April and 1 for May, which are new beginnings. So you have 3 very active months coming up after the month of February. And I feel like what I'm getting here is, listen, if you, if you walk in on somebody and they're prancing around the house with, 2 of your best friends and it doesn't look good or something, yes, you may make a decision on the spot. Yes, 5s, you might. But if it's a situation where you're thinking, am I just thinking this, or am I just perceiving this, or is it factual? Then I feel like the reading is saying, hold off on decisions until you get into your months that are stronger and have more movement attached to them. Because it really can just simply be your little old perception this month, and you could make a wrong decision. Okay, 5s, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to know more about me, hop onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you. Until next month, 5s. Bye for now.